Alrighty, friends. Okay, so we're going to go over a couple of things today. We're going to go over some vocabulary that you'll hear at a bank, and we're also going to go over just a little bit of a review for adding and subtracting decimals. So the title of your journal entry today is Bank Vocabulary, so vocab, and adding, subtracting, decimals. RVW means review, okay? So we definitely most of us struggle with adding and subtracting decimals, and we really just need to practice just a couple of problems and just learn some new vocabulary. So when you go to the bank, the first thing that they're going to, you're either at the bank to withdraw money or to deposit money, okay? So some of you may have heard those terms before. You might have heard your mom say them. You might have heard your dad or your grandma say them whenever you go to the bank with them. But they mean a couple different things. So first let's talk about what is a balance, okay? A balance, go ahead and do that squiggly little underline so we know this is a vocab definition. A balance is the amount of money that is in an account after a deposit or withdrawal is made, okay? So it's basically, I have an app on my phone that's through my bank, and I can click on that app and log in, and it tells me how much money I have in my bank account. It's millions and millions of dollars. I'm just kidding. But it tells me exactly how much money I have to spend, okay? And it's really important you keep track of that because, I got a little story for you, Ags. When I was in college, I didn't like to pay attention to the balance of my bank account, and sometimes I took out too much money that I didn't have, okay? So you have to really pay attention to this when you have a bank account. So a balance, again, is the amount of money moolah that is in an account after a deposit. In an account after a deposit or withdrawal. Okay, so it's how much money you have, basically, okay? So if you want to make a note that that's what that means, how much money you have, that's what it means. So now let's talk about what is a deposit, what is a withdrawal. So a deposit is when you put money into the bank account, okay? Oops, daisy. So deposit is when money is added to the balance of the account, okay? So when money, $ means money, by the way, if you didn't catch that already. When money is added to the balance of the account. I want you to capitalize added for me. Added and underline, actually box it. To the balance of an account. All right? When money is added to the balance of an account. So, whenever you see Mary deposited $423.54 into her account, you're going to be adding. So we need to make a note of that somehow. So we need to say probably deposit equals add. When you see that vocabulary word, that's what it means. You know how when we see difference, it means we subtract. When we see sum, it means that we're adding. When we see product of, we're multiplying. When we see equal pieces, we know that we're usually dividing. So when you see deposit, it means add. Okay? So let's talk about what withdrawal means now. So withdrawal, what do you think? What do you think it is? You have deposits when money is added to the balance of the account. What do you think it means to So think about what that word withdraw means. If I'm going to withdraw my vote, I'm going to take my vote away. I'm not even going to vote for it anymore. If I withdraw my support, it means I'm no longer giving money to this organization. If I withdraw my efforts, I'm taking my effort away from the situation. So withdraw means to take away. So a withdrawal is when the money is subtracted from the balance of the account. When money is subtracted. Box it in, box it in, box it in from the balance of an account. Okay, and withdrawal equals subtract. Withdrawal. So even, do you see the word withdraw in withdrawal? That means that you're withdrawing. You're taking away. Withdraw means take away. So naturally, it means that we're subtracting. So withdrawal equals subtract. Okay? So let's go back to this word balance now. So balance is the amount of money that is in an account after deposit, so after money is added, or after a withdrawal when money is subtracted. Okay? Those words are going to be important here in the next, well, day, tomorrow, because we are going to go more into things like profit and fixed and variable expenses. So let's practice, a couple examples. So if I have, so if the balance, let's do two examples. Go ahead and make your line go down the middle for me for the rest of the page. Right here. Okay. So first example would be, let's pick Maylee. Maylee deposited $526.14 into her account. Okay, so if the balance was $1,686.92, I want to know what is the new balance. Okay, the new balance means after I deposit this money, what is my balance going to be? This is my balance before. I want to know what it's going to be after. So if I'm depositing, I'm obviously going to take my balance and I'm going to add this money to it. So we've got $1,686.92. What is the most important thing when we're adding or subtracting decimals? What has to be? What do we have to have? We have to have our decimals lined up. So you put that decimal down. We've got 14 cents in this, and we've got 625. Do you see how I just lined up those numbers, that place value, according to that decimal? Yes, Ms. Hargrove. So awesome. Okay, so now I need to bring that decimal down. Don't forget about that. Don't just forget your brain just because we've talked about so many different things since then. Okay, same rules still apply. 2 plus 4, 6, 9 plus 1, 10, 0, carry my 1. It's just like I'm adding normally, right? Do not be making rookie mistakes on this. There's too many other difficult things we've done this year for you to make rookie mistakes with your adding and subtracting. Okay? There's much bigger things to make mistakes on than this. Okay? 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. 1 plus 1 is 2. So this is my new balance. My new balance in my account, of Maylee's account, after she deposits this money is new balance, $2,213.06, okay, is my new balance. So let's look at, this cup is irritating me. Okay, here we go. More room. All right, so now let's practice a withdrawal. So if my balance of my account was $149.74, and let's say that Jacob, so here's our second example, Jacob withdrew $67 and 95 cents from his account. Okay, and I want to know, what is my new balance? So, do you see how this is withdrawal? We have withdraw. Withdrew is the past tense. So any of those variations of that word. So fortunately, deposit is the same as a verb and as a noun. So a noun, like a deposit, is when money is added to the balance of the account. The verb would be, I deposited that money to the account, right? So it's the same word both times, but withdrawal is different. Withdrawal is the noun, like a withdrawal is when money is subtracted from the balance of the account. To withdraw means to take that money out of the balance of the account. Withdrew means he already took it out of the account. It's just past tense, right? So I need to subtract. So I've got $149.74, whoops, 74 cents, and I want to subtract $67.95. Do you see how my place values lined up? Do you see how those decimals are lined up? Yes, Miss Hargrove, we do. Bring down that decimal. What's 4 minus 5? Can't do it. 7 becomes a 6. 4 becomes a 14. 14 minus 5? 9. 6 minus 9 is 3. Oh, wait, Miss Hargrove. Did you catch my mistake? I hope you did. So I can't do 6 minus 9, so I'm going to have to borrow from this 9. 9 becomes a 8. 6 becomes a 16. 16 minus 9? 7. 8 minus 7? 1. 4 minus 6? Can't do it. 1 becomes a 0. 4 becomes a 14. 14 minus 6? 8. So Jacob's new balance is $81.79. Jacob's running a little low on funds compared to Maylee over here. Okay, so this is my new balance after the withdrawal. So this is my new balance. Okay, you have a couple practice problems to do that are posted on this station post, so go ahead and get those done and make sure you turn it into the pocket. All right, thanks guys.